From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. It was quite the windy Wednesday for yesterday, not as windy for today. And we're watching those temperatures going down, going to be around freezing in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys for the next couple nights. Shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for Saturday. It's definitely not going to be a washout and another round of winds for this weekend, but it doesn't look like that round's going to be as intense as the round that we saw yesterday. Still tracking this Highway 24 fire in southern Grant County. Acreage staying put at 3,000 and containment jumped all the way up to 70% in the face of all those winds for yesterday. So this is probably going to be the last update we bring you on this one. Excellent job to all those that worked on the fire lines there. Current wind gusts this morning, still seeing some residual breezes, but again, just want to reiterate, not going to be as windy as yesterday. Those real feels 40s and 50s out there for this morning for lower elevations. So all that being said, you would need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door in the Tri-Cities, but it's going to be t-shirt weather as we head into the afternoon. Highs getting up into the 60s and 70s. Should end up being a beautiful day, but those temperatures trending down, which we'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, police and SWAT teams surrounded a Yakima neighborhood for hours yesterday. What neighbors saw as the situation unfolded and where the investigation stands this morning. Plus, as development continues expanding across Pasco, city leaders say upgrades to the city's irrigation system are becoming increasingly important. This morning, how a major project in the Broadmoor area could help improve water reliability and prepare for future growth. And ahead of EMS Week, local emergency crews are showcasing the work that happens behind the scenes during life-threatening situations. What first responders say they hope the community better understands about emergency response. Those stories and much more straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Thursday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:02. Yesterday morning, we brought you a story about contract negotiations between Yakima Valley's MultiCare and Regents. We reported the two sides did reach an agreement. We want to make a correction. The two sides did not reach an agreement yet. But the correct story is, as of now, Yakima Valley MultiCare facilities are no longer in network with Regents Insurance due to ongoing negotiations. We sincerely apologize for this error and have more details about this right now on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. In developing news, a large police response shut down the intersection of Dalton Lane and South 18th Street in Yakima city limits Wednesday afternoon and into the evening. Take a look at the big scene here on your screen. Authorities say a robbery was reported in northeast Yakima just before 3 p.m. Officers then found a vehicle matching the suspect description and followed it to a home near East Nob Hill Boulevard. The Yakima Police Department, Yakima County Sheriff's Office, and SWAT all responded to the scene and ordered at least one suspect inside the home to come out with their hands up. As of yesterday evening, officials had not confirmed whether anyone was taken into custody or if there were any injuries. Yakima police do say they plan to release more details later today. Stay with us for the latest. Local first responders are being recognized ahead of EMS Week with a special showcase in Kennewick. The Kennewick Fire Department teamed up with AMR Tri-Cities and Life Flight Network yesterday at the 9/11 World Trade Center Memorial at Southridge Sports and Events Complex to highlight the life-saving partnerships that help respond to emergencies across the Tri-Cities. Kennewick Fire Chief Michael Hefner says the event is a reminder of just how important coordination between agencies can be during emergencies.
This is a great opportunity to highlight the partnerships we have here in Kennewick and in the Tri-Cities between the fire department and some of the transport partners, AMR and Lifelight, that bring specialized transport services to our community.
National EMS Week runs May 17th through the 23rd and honors emergency medical professionals for the life-saving care they provide every day. Pasco city leaders are moving forward with a major irrigation infrastructure project tied to growth in the Broadmoor area. City officials say the project centers around a new pump station that would help increase the capacity of Pasco's irrigation system, something leaders say is needed as development continues to expand across the city. The system currently relies on Columbia River water and a network of wells, but studies dating back more than a decade identified supply deficiencies during peak summer demand. The new project would work in partnership with the South Columbia Basin Irrigation District by using excess irrigation water and feeding it into Pasco's existing system. Officials say the project also includes pipeline connections and infrastructure improvements in the Broadmoor area, where growth has accelerated in recent years.
It includes both a pump station, some improvements to be able to cross an existing ditch or pond that Skivet owns, and then some pipeline to connect that pump station to our existing network of pipes further south in Broadmoor.
City leaders say the project is expected to help improve water pressure and irrigation reliability as Pasco continues planning for future growth. Your time is 6:06 here on your Thursday. Still ahead, wedding season is here, but rising costs are making it even more expensive than ever before for both couples and guests. This morning, we're breaking down how much the average wedding now costs and the tips experts say can help save money this summer. That's in your Consumer Alert coming up. And here is a live look out to Ellensburg this morning, out at the rodeo grounds. What can you expect for your forecast this Thursday? And will we have strong winds yet again? Josh is coming back to break it all down for us on the other side of the break.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
This Nissan lineup goes where you take it. Trucks and SUVs built with grit, guts, and traction to back it up. That's the power of a Nissan. Now's the time to drive. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get up to $4,750 total savings on Frontier, or well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims.
This is something that I've been dreaming about.
I want to be a singer.
And I believe
I can do it.
Being here just means the entire world to me.
You were born to sing.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial House Dermatology Center in Benton City.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The Kittitas and the Yakima Valley is going to be very close to 32 degrees Fahrenheit for tomorrow night and Saturday night, which we'll talk about in a second. First, we're going to take it back to today, but we'll keep it in the Yakima Valley. Going to be in the mid-60s by lunchtime. Fairly close to 70 degrees for the warmest part of the day. So for today, going with 71 for the Tri-Cities, 66 for Walla Walla, 69 in Yakima. Going to have a tough time even making it to 60 degrees in the Kittitas Valley there in Ellensburg. Okay, so we'll actually trend things cooler over the next few days, down into the low 60s in the Yakima Valley for Saturday. That's going to be 12 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but then we warm things back up, back to average values by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with mid-70s. Those overnight lows going to get very interesting for tomorrow night and for Saturday night. So let's take a deeper dive into both of those nights. Friday night, remember the freezing threshold is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll be at 32 exactly in Ellensburg, 34 in Yakima. Then for Saturday night, a couple of 33s on the map. Take those steps to protect the outdoor plants in particular in both of those valleys. A couple other orders of business very quickly here. UV index going to be high for today on a scale from 1 to 11. It'll be a 7. Be sure that you're lathering up with SPF 30, at least reapplying at least every 2 hours. And then those pollen counts will continue to be in the medium high category, the top allergens being ash, birch, and sycamore. As we head into this weekend, another round of showers and thunderstorms possible. Time that out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. It is wedding season, but the rising costs of planning may take some of the joy out of your celebration. And it's not just brides and grooms shelling out big bucks for their big day. Wedding guests are now spending hundreds of dollars just to attend. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan takes a look at the rising costs and some of the ways people are trying to save for their big day.
Wedding day is one of the happiest days of your life. But the rising costs to get married may have couples saying, "I don't," to the bill.
There's so many factors that go in there. The venue, the catering, the entertainment.
Esther Lee with wedding planning site The Knot says all those costs add up quickly for brides and grooms. Last year, U.S. couples spent an average of $34,200 on their wedding, according to a survey from The Knot. And Lee says those costs can vary drastically depending on your location. But guests are also paying a lot just to attend. The Knot estimates guests spend an average of $610 for every wedding. That includes travel, hotel costs, your outfit, and buying the couple a gift. And if you need childcare, it's even more expensive. So how can you cut those costs?
Renting an outfit. Obviously, there are some great rental services out there.
Lee also says friends can stay together to share hotel costs. Friends can also choose to chip in on one big gift. And there are things brides and grooms can do to help ease the financial burden on their guests, like listing a range of places to stay nearby on their wedding website.
There can be a 5-star hotel. There can be a 3-star option. There can be local Airbnbs.
If you're invited to a lot of weddings, how do you prioritize which ones to attend so you're not broke at the end of the summer?
You really have to measure your relationship with the couple.
If you choose to skip the wedding, Lee says it's best to still send a gift, even if it's cash. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
A bonus tip for you. Experts say setting a realistic budget early and being upfront with guests about expectations can help avoid financial stress during the wedding season. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Josh is coming back to talk more about your ever important weather forecast. He's not only looking at what you can expect for today, but we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms on the way just in time for the weekend. He'll detail out what you can expect after this.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Skyrizi. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing is
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
You've been counting the days, weeks, months, just waiting.
For the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems and get a $300 gift. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months, no interest, and free shipping.
The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
This time of year, dangerous storms pop up, bringing rain, wind, and lightning.
And many times, that lightning causes wildfires, some of which change lives forever.
This is just one reason to trust First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
With cutting-edge technology and the experience of our team, trust us to help keep your family safe this wildfire season.
On air, online, and mobile with our First Alert Weather app.
First Alert Weather.
Only one station.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have the potential for showers and thunderstorms this weekend. It definitely does not look like it's going to be a washout, but here's all the energy for that. Bubbling up in the Gulf of Alaska right now, this area of low pressure eventually going to swoop down to us, and that will provide the energy for some shower and thunderstorm chances. So we'll put all this in motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. Today should end up being a dry day. Now look, our model is being a little aggressive with some of these shower chances for this evening. I do think maybe a shower or two could sneak down into lower elevations. There's going to be a quick hitter. Okay, then into Friday, I'm thinking around 5 p.m. Again, Futurecast bringing this in a little bit early, but I'm thinking after 5 p.m., that's when precip chances should really start to take off for the mountains. And then after 11 p.m., that's when the snowfall going to begin to accumulate for the Cascades. We could see some accumulations in the Blues as well. We'll talk about that in just a second. But it's going to be into the afternoon and evening. You see these little shower and thunderstorm chances dotting the map. That's going to be our best time frame in lower elevations to see any action for this weekend. And then after 5 in the morning on Sunday, should be much drier out there. And you see, other than Saturday, our forecast is going to continue to be dry in the Tri-Cities. Okay, here's some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating from 5 p.m. on Friday to 5 in the morning on Sunday. Lower elevation is going to have a really tough time even picking up 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. And up in the mountains, some snowfall. Doesn't look like a lot, 2 to 4 inches of snow for our primary Cascade passes. And then for our Blue Mountain passes, the highest pass in terms of elevation, Tollgate, that's going to be the snowiest pass as well, but only 3 inches of snow if this verifies. So this would be enough to make some of our passes slushy, but definitely not enough to see any big time travel impacts, at least as things stand for now. Okay, also for this weekend, of course there are going to be winds. It wouldn't be a spring storm system without it. Gusts up around 40 to 45 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, more so 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts for the basin, for the Yakima Valley, and for the Blue Foothills. For now, not too concerned about the fire or blowing dust risk, but we'll keep a close eye on things. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Another round of showers and storms possible Saturday as we continue trending cooler. In Yakima, lows very close to freezing Friday night and Saturday night. Protect the plants. Same thing in Ellensburg with lows around freezing over those next couple nights. Another round of high winds during the day on Saturday. And then for Hermiston, windy through Saturday with a low end chance of a shower or a thunderstorm on Saturday. You see, Saturday is the big day. And then for Walla Walla, decent chances for rain and thunder on Saturday. Then leftover chances linger Sunday through Tuesday.
Well, Josh, yesterday and actually like throughout the beginning of the week, you were telling us to get ready for the high winds we saw yesterday And man, they delivered, didn't they? Well, the winds created dust storms and scattered debris around the area. Take a look at some of this video. Many branches and even trees fell down and were uprooted due to severe wind gusts. There you see one.
Yeah, one homeowner in Kennewick had a 40-foot spruce tree fall in their yard, but luckily there were no injuries or damage to the home.
Well, I was gone at noon. I came back a little while later, and when I pulled in, I went, oh no, the tree. Shocked and happy it didn't hit my house and there was no damage done, but it said to me, oh my fragile spruce, it has literally fallen over. 40-plus-year-old tree.
While the winds aren't going to completely go away, winds for today are expected to decrease compared to yesterday.
Oh my goodness, that was a pretty huge tree. Very lucky it didn't fall toward the house. I was just thinking that as, you know, driving yesterday, even like you could feel it in your vehicle, really bad, the winds, and you were watching these trees just blowing every which way, and I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah, but the rain that we got in the morning helped us out later in the day. The vegetation fire, there were a few vegetation fires out there, but I think the rain really helped tamp that down. I think the blowing dust could have been a lot worse than it was, so count your blessings is the moral of the story.
The craziest forecast yesterday.
Yes.
So much, a little bit of everything. All right, well, straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a lucky game show contestant is about to walk away with a pretty big prize. And we're looking back at a television finale that still gets people talking decades later. Those stories just ahead in entertainment.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball.
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Washington workers, you can get a refund of up to $1,330 back on taxes paid last year. See if you qualify and learn how to apply at www.workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Spring is here and everything's in bloom at Queensgate Gardens. Bright flowering hanging baskets, fresh color, and garden-ready plants are waiting for you. Swing by in Richland and make your space pop. Queensgate Gardens, your spring starts here.
In your entertainment news this morning, one Wheel of Fortune winner is about to drive away with a pretty big prize. From steering wheel to Wheel of Fortune, Jay Leno is donating a $70,000 luxury car to a winner on the Longtime Game Show.
The former late-night TV host is donating a 2026 Chevy Corvette C8. It will go to the final winner of Big Money Week on Friday.
Leno calls the Corvette America's sports car. Leno is known for his collection of cars and for sometimes giving them away. Hey, if he needs to give one away, we're over here as well.
And he's known for taking the Tonight Show away from Conan O'Brien, too. So I just wanted to throw that one out there as well. Okay, and finally,
I knew you'd bring that up.
I
knew it.
I'm just being petty. Okay, and finally this morning, we're taking a quick trip back to one of the most talked about finales in television history. On this day in 1998, the finale of Seinfeld aired on NBC.
The episode drew more than 76 million viewers. I have to admit, I was contributing to that, becoming one of the most watched TV finales of all time. Are you a Seinfeld fan?
I am. I haven't seen the finale, but I've heard from big fans that the finale was a little disappointing. Was it?
Am I allowed to talk about it? Or are you going to go back and watch it?
I know they end up in jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do end up in jail, and you know how it's a show about nothing? Mm-hmm. So much happens in the last episode. So much happens. So I think that's why it's a little off-putting to some fans, but really they got to bring back all the old characters that you loved during the trial. And so I think that was why some other fans kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, they end up kind of sitting around talking about nothing again in jail.
Our news director every once in a while will show us a Seinfeld clip during our morning meeting, and we watch you gotta see the baby.
You gotta see the baby. Yeah, big shout out to Aaron this morning. All right, still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. Construction is moving forward on a new gym project in Union Gap. This morning, we're hearing from district leaders on how the new space could help both students and the community. And later, a dominant performance on the mound is putting one Tri-City Dust Devils pitcher in the spotlight this morning. Coming up, the outing that earned Nate Snead Northwest League honors early in his professional career.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. They might be long COVID. You got chills, brain fog, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. Could be long COVID. One more time. No.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative materials developed for astronauts, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning, so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:30. Let's go ahead and start off this half hour with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth. Now, Josh, yesterday, we had everything. We had dust, we had strong winds, we had rain. We need to know what's on tap for today.
It still will be windy. It's not going to be as windy as yesterday, and the rain chances are going to be kaput, at least for now. Temperatures going down, going to be near freezing in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys over the next couple nights. So for Friday night and Saturday night, shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for Saturday. Definitely doesn't look like it's going to be a washout, and then wind gusts picking up for Saturday, but it doesn't look like it's going to be as windy as yesterday. Hey, in spite of the winds from yesterday, the Highway 24 fire burning in southern Grant County, containment went up to 70%. So this is probably going to be the last update we pass along with this one, but excellent work from all the people that were there responding on those lines. Okay, the wind gusts this morning, you see we still have some residual breezes out there. That's going to kind of be the MO for today, those real feels out there. We're seeing 30s, 40s, and 50s for lower elevations. Just kind of depends on your microclimate. We'll take it back to the Yakima Valley, where it should be light jacket weather for the most part for this morning, and then t-shirt weather as we head into the afternoon. So on this Thursday, a beautiful day, highs getting into the 60s and 70s, but those temperatures going down, which I'll talk about coming up in a few minutes.
Construction is moving forward on a new gymnasium project at the Union Gap School District. It's a project leaders say will benefit both students and the broader community. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with officials about what this means moving forward.
The Union Gap School District passed a bond in 2024 to fund the nearly $12 million gym project. District leaders say the current gym has been stretched thin for years, with multiple classes often sharing the same space at the same time. Superintendent Dr. Tom Brandt, who has been with the district for about a year, says much of the planning for the project was led by the previous superintendent and school board.
It was really the former superintendent that was here with the school board. And so, in fact, we just had a groundbreaking ceremony where she said a few words. The mayor of the city of Union Gap said a few words. So I got in here when the plans were already laid, so I can't take credit for any of this. However, I'm going to be charged with carrying it through, and it's a wonderful opportunity for our community.
However, Director of Operations Tony Silver says the district's single gym currently has to serve students from preschool through 8th grade, making scheduling and space a major challenge.
With a single school having grades ranging from pre-kindergarten, so we have preschool as well as transitional kindergarten, all the way through 8th grade, and meeting all their physical education needs and in one space. There's truly only one space, as well as outside, but that's dependent on weather.
District leaders said the new facility is also expected to serve the community beyond school hours, providing space for local events, sports, and community organizations.
The former superintendent and school board and community decided to do was to pass a bond to have funds designated for a new gym constructed, and the community can use it as well. So it's not just for our school, community can use it as well.
District leaders said the need for more space goes beyond just school activities, with community organizations also looking for space, often reaching out to the district to use their facility, but already being booked.
We've already booked the space, someone's already requested it, and that's just for local organizations. We have people outside of Union Gap that have asked to use facilities as well. And just having that space to continue the community involvement, give our community members and even outside the community a place to participate in those sports.
Construction is still in the early stages, but district leaders say progress is moving along well.
We have the walls set for construction on the exterior walls, so we're in the initial stages yet. So it's starting to look like a gym, though.
District leaders say they hope the new gym will become a central gathering space for both students and the community. In Union Gap, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Officials say the project is expected to be complete by July of 2027. It is 6:34, still ahead after 6 perfect innings against Spokane. A Dust Devils pitcher is now being recognized across the league. Why Nate Snead's strong start is turning heads early in this season, that is directly next when we talk sports. And Josh is coming back with more on your forecast. Here's a live look from Richland. Now, yesterday we saw a big dip in the temperatures. Just how long will these cooler temps stick around? Find out after this.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
This Memorial Day, we pause. At Sunset Gardens, more than 1,200 flags align our pathways as our community comes together to remember, honor, and reflect. Begin your weekend with us on Sunday with complimentary hot dogs and time to gather. Then on Monday at 11, experience a special ceremony featuring Major General William West Sousa and a Gold Star tribute with Alexandra Macaulay. Stay for live music, family activities, hot dogs, and snow cones following the program. This Memorial Day, be part of something meaningful.
Prosser Memorial Health proudly offers mental health services at our primary care clinics in Prosser, Grandview, and Benton City. Our mental health providers are certified, experienced, and now accepting new patients. Taking care of our mental health is vital to our overall well-being and general health. To schedule an appointment, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you. To learn more, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Criminy! Your plants, how'd you get them to grow like this?
I started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
Yeah, I should have switched a long time ago. Credit union with service and technology like theirs is just better. I can do everything in the app and talk to an actual human being on video chat.
Hi. And that made your plants grow like crazy?
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Join Morgan Murphy's dynamic team at Apple Valley News Now, where innovation meets opportunity. At Apple Valley News Now, we're leading the charge in connected television and digital sales, helping local businesses thrive in today's growing and evolving market. If you're passionate about digital solutions and driving revenue growth, we want to hear from you. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings to begin your journey. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our overnight low is going to be around that 32-degree Fahrenheit threshold for Friday night and Saturday night in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We will talk about that in just a second. But first, we'll take it back to today. For the Tri-Cities, going to be in the mid-60s by lunchtime and then up around 70 degrees for the peak of daytime heating. So let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour for this Thursday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades where highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. About a 30% chance of some showers. And then in the Kittitas Valley, not as windy as yesterday, but still those gusts up around 35 miles per hour. Highs going to be in the low 60s in Ellensburg. Then for the Yakima Valley, it will be around 70 degrees, a little bit breezy here. And for the lower Columbia Basin, 71 for the Tri-Cities, 73 for Benton City. Those gusts out of the south and west between 20 to 25 miles per hour. A little bit closer to 30 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills, where these highs are mostly going to be in the mid to upper 60s. Could perhaps squeak out some low 70s. And then for the Blue Mountains, 50s to mid 60s, 66, Ukiah being the warmest temperature there. Okay, our highs over the next few days going to trend down, mid 60s on Saturday. That's 12 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but back into the mid 70s for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That's average stuff. See those overnight lows dropping down into the upper 30s for Saturday night. Not too impactful in the Tri-Cities, but for the valleys, very close to 32 on Friday night and for Saturday night as well. So take those steps to protect the outdoor plants. Okay, for this weekend, shower and thunderstorm chances coming back, wind gusts coming back. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Tri-City Dust Devils pitcher Nate Snead was named the Northwest League Pitcher of the Week. The award follows Snead's performance, where he threw 6 perfect innings in a win against the Spokane Indians. Snead allowed no one to reach base and struck out 6 batters on just 58 pitches. The week prior, he also picked up his first win as a member of the Dust Devils.
It means a lot. It's great. Shows appreciation throughout the whole minor league baseball system, along with the MLB, and the support staff that they have is incredible, that they keep up with everybody like that. And it's truly an honor. It was really fun last week, but that was last week. Looking forward now. Got to pitch tomorrow and do my thing.
Now, big congrats to him. Snead says that he was a 3rd-round draft pick by the Los Angeles Angels in last year's draft out of the University of Tennessee. He's already winning awards in his first professional season. Up next, we have your morning sprint. All the news you need to know before you head out the door on your Thursday morning. And as you do, here's a live look at the weather conditions out in Yakima. But it seems we do have a chance of showers and storms on the way for your weekend. Will it impact your plans? Find out next.
We all love the feeling of saving during a Memorial Day sale. Now, let's make that feeling last all month long. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback, completely redesigned and built for everything life throws your way. Right now at McCurley Subaru, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade with special financing as low as 2.49% APR for 60 months on the new 2026 Subaru Outback. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback today at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Borkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest financing, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and Clearer Skin, I'm all in. Most people saw 90% clearer skin from head to toe. Skyrizi is only 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Spring is here and everything's in bloom at Queensgate Gardens. Bright flowering hanging baskets, fresh color, and garden-ready plants are waiting for you. Swing by in Richland and make your space pop. Queensgate Gardens, your spring starts here.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation. And right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today. 509-851-0669.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have chances for showers and thunderstorms this weekend. Granted, it is not looking like it's going to be a washout, but let's go ahead and step you through it. So we have this energy that's brewing up right now in the Gulf of Alaska. That is going to swing down our way, and that's going to provide the energy for these shower and thunderstorm chances. We'll put this into motion over the next few days with Futurecast satellite and radar. Should be a mostly dry day for today with some sunshine getting into the mix, but after 5 p.m., that's when maybe some showers could swing down to lower elevations. That's looking like a low end chance, and if it does come to fruition, that would be quick hitting. Okay, by tomorrow afternoon, you're starting to see rain and a little bit of snow getting into the mix for the Cascades. After 11 p.m., that's when the snow is really going to pick up for the Cascades. And then on Saturday, this is going to be our best opportunity to see showers and thunderstorms in both Yakima and the Tri-Cities, especially during the afternoon. So you see some of those showers and thunderstorms popcorning the map. And then after 5 a.m. on Sunday, that's when it looks like the forecast is going to go dry once again. So just for good measure, here's what those precip chances are going to look like over the next 7 days in the Yakima Valley. Saturday is going to be the big day. Otherwise, forecast looking dry. Rainfall totals from this round not looking impressive at all for the Blues or for lower elevations. All of us are going to struggle to pick up even 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. The most tangible stuff is going to be up in the Cascades, and some of that will fall as snowfall. 11 p.m. on Friday to 5 in the morning on Sunday, 2 to 4 inches of snow for our Cascade passes. And then over in the Blues, we're looking at around 3 inches of snow for Tollgate. But that's about all she wrote. So that's going to be enough to make some passes slushy. I don't think that's going to be enough to see any big time impacts to our passes. Hey, something else that we're tracking for this weekend, another round of winds. This round not looking as intense, but still gusts between 40 to 45 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, and it'll be blustery for Yakima and the Tri-Cities and for the foothills as well. We're not too concerned about the fire or blowing dust risk with that round in particular, but we're going to keep a close eye on things. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Another round of showers and storms possible Saturday as we continue trending cooler. And then for Yakima, lows very close to freezing Friday night and Saturday night, so take those steps to protect the plants. Then for Ellensburg, also seeing lows around freezing Friday night and Saturday night, and another round of high winds during the day on Saturday. For Hermiston, windy through Saturday with a low end chance of a shower thunderstorm on Saturday. Finally, for Walla Walla, decent chances for rain and thunder this weekend, and leftover chances linger Sunday through Tuesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the Florida plane crash heroes speak out.
This is what we train to do day in and day out.
Dramatic video showing 11 survivors being hoisted to safety after their flight crash landed in the Atlantic Ocean Tuesday due to what officials say was an engine failure. The pilot sending an emergency distress signal. The Coast Guard then alerting an Air Force rescue team conducting a routine training mission nearby. Miraculously, all 10 passengers and 1 pilot surviving in a life raft for 5 hours with only minor injuries. And this morning, those heroic rescuers are telling their story to GMA.
Once we got on scene, we low and slowed into the water and swam to the raft. At that moment, it was the first time we were able to count 11 people. We were able to use our hoist and our basket to get everyone safely from the raft to the aircraft.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this incredible plane crash survival story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Rivers, ABC News, New York.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Your time is approaching 6:50. In your national headlines this morning, officials say all 11 people on board a small private plane that crashed into the Atlantic Ocean east of Florida Tuesday were rescued safely. The FAA says the plane was traveling between islands in the Bahamas when it went down, prompting a response from the Coast Guard, Air Force, and nearby rescue crews. Officials say the survivors spent about 5 hours in a life raft before being rescued and flown to a Florida hospital for evaluation. The South Carolina Supreme Court overturned Alec Murdaugh's murder convictions and ordered a new trial. Justices cited comments made by former county clerk Becky Hill to jurors during the original trial, with defense attorneys arguing the remarks influenced the jury's decision. Murdaugh was convicted in 2023 in the deaths of his wife and son, while prosecutors argued the comments did not impact the outcome. In your business news this morning, Google and SpaceX are reportedly discussing a possible rocket launch agreement as both companies continue expanding into space technology. The talks come as companies race to develop orbital data centers, a concept SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has described as a future step for the industry. Sources also say Google is exploring similar discussions with other rocket launch companies while developing its Project Suncatcher satellite initiative. Amazon is launching a new delivery service promising to bring groceries and everyday essentials to customers in, get this, 30 minutes or less. The service is called Amazon Now. It's currently available in several major cities, including Seattle, and is expected to expand to dozens more nationwide. Amazon says the program uses smaller fulfillment locations to help speed up deliveries, while Prime members will receive discounted delivery fees. Talking sports, Seattle is preparing for large crowds ahead of the city's first FIFA World Cup 2026 match next month. City leaders are encouraging residents to plan ahead for heavy traffic and to use public transportation on match days as pedestrian-only zones and parking restrictions take effect around the stadium area. Seattle's first match is scheduled for June 15th when Belgium faces Egypt. Now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A large police response shut down part of Yakima yesterday afternoon following a reported robbery investigation. Authorities say officers tracked a vehicle matching the suspect description to a home near East Nob Hill Boulevard, where Yakima police, sheriff's deputies, and SWAT crews all responded. As of Wednesday evening, officials had not confirmed whether anyone was taken into custody or if there were any injuries. Pasco city leaders are moving forward with a major irrigation infrastructure project tied to growth in the Broadmoor area. Officials say the project includes a new pump station, pipeline connections, and other improvements designed to increase water capacity and improve reliability during peak summer demand. Hey, check this out. Just as Josh forecasted, strong winds moved through the Columbia Basin Wednesday, with gusts reaching up to 55 miles per hour in some areas. The winds created dust storms, scattered debris, and knocked down branches and trees like you see here across the region. Local first responders gathered in Kennewick Wednesday ahead of National EMS Week to highlight the partnerships behind emergency response across the Tri-Cities. Kennewick Fire teamed up with AMR Tri-Cities and Life Flight Network during a showcase at the 9/11 World Trade Center Memorial near the Southridge Sports and Events Complex. Leaders say the event highlighted the importance of coordination between agencies during emergencies. Newly released UFO files are sparking renewed interest in Washington state, nearly 80 years after one of the country's most famous sightings near Mount Rainier. Investigators with MUFON Washington say most reports have ordinary explanations, but some cases continue to raise unanswered questions. The newly released records include decades of government investigations and documents connected to Project Blue Book. What's trending now, one Canadian kid is on a mission to make his pet turtle dream come true.
As a leader, will you allow me to have a turtle? Please write me back.
Aw, the 7-year-old wrote a letter to government officials asking them to reconsider rules banning turtles where he lives in PEI, saying they are small, slow, and cute.
Can't argue with that. While leaders say the law will stay in place for now, they are considering sending him virtual updates on a wild turtle instead. Very sweet.
Yeah, he said his favorite part is the shell.
Aw.
So when asked why he likes turtles so much, because of their shell. They are cute. But yeah, so far it looks like no dice on that one for him. Well, also trending, 200 illegal scooters and mopeds were crushed by the NYPD and Sanitation Department Wednesday. Take a look. Nearly 6,000 of them were seized this year. That's roughly a 10% hike compared to this time in 2025.
It's one of those oddly satisfying sounds there, all those getting crunched. Well, the police commissioner says these vehicles were either uninsured, unregistered, or bearing fake plates. The scrap metal left from demolition will be recycled. Investigators say the agility, anonymity, and speed of scooters and mopeds make them favorable to many criminals. Look at that mess. It's crazy to me how you can have a huge pile of, you know, like scooters and mopeds and stuff like that, or cars or whatever, and how tiny they can make them. The power of
yes.
that kind of mechanical
just
stuff right
the crushing.
There. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
impressed.
A lot of money in scrap metal too, I think. But they said they were recycling it, which is good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we had a big day in weather yesterday. Do we need to prepare for yet another big day?
No, it should be a pretty nice day. Some winds out there, just not as windy as yesterday. Let's go ahead and let's give you an update on this Highway 24 fire first that's burning in southern Grant County. Containment jumped all the way up to 70% yesterday in spite of the winds. So this is probably the last update we're going to give you with this fire. So excellent job to all those who worked on those fire lines. Okay, the wind gusts are still, doing their thing this morning, but it is not nearly as windy as it was for yesterday. Those real feels out there, we're seeing 40s and 50s for lower elevations when you factor in the winds. So you'll have to bundle up to some extent. Your day planner forecast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities, mid-60s around lunchtime, and then around 70 for the warmest part of the day. So 60s and 70s for lower elevations. Today, a mixture of sun and clouds, some of those residual winds. And the big weather stories will be around freezing in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys for Friday night and Saturday night. Chance for showers and thunderstorms this weekend. Wind gusts coming back for this weekend, but they're not looking as severe.
Talking about near freezing after we just had a 90-degree day the other day.
Crazy stuff, right?
All right, I guess it's May. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.